but I figure we should do that. And I see, what is it that the mornings are getting later, right? The morning limit is getting later.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit, yeah. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the left column on page Tov Kuf Ches. There it is. Okay, and let's try to go through this, and we'll be going backwards a little bit when we get over to the night drushes. So we'll see how that goes. L'man de'ihu mechai b'Hashem lis man dekatole. The L'man de'ihu memes ba'adni, which I'm just assuming it means in this world, our final, lis man de mechayele. Ve'elin asvon lis behu chai umisa. Not sure what that meant when he says asvon. Bar mineh, only from him he brings life into the letters that form the words. Ba'afal God the behon misa v'chai, and even though that in the end there is life and death, the liz behon kri v'yichud bar mineh, and there is no possibility for any of the lower worlds or the aspects of the lower world to be receive, to get into Yehuda, Yichud, to make Yichud, Bar Mineh, without him. Shemalo Iskri Shalem, the name is not called complete, or a name is not complete. Elabay, only through him. Lo Apik Pu'ula the Poel Elabay, nothing actually happens, I guess he means, except for him. The Sitra Nachron and the Inam, the Sitra of the Achra, so those forces of evil, Kuhu B'Rishusay, they're all really controlled by him. And he's able to use them for what he needs, according to his will. Itmar, run that is said, so all of the inhabitants of the world, all of the Cheshvan Mitzavi, they're all considered like an army or a host, or soldiers of it, Bechel Shemaya, who were really doing their work under the authority, I guess, of the heaven. Below Isi de Mincha Biyada, there's nothing really that can stand in the way of his will. And they said, what are you doing? Who tough is become Machshavtim, he actually holds, or what we say about that, all thoughts. But on the other hand, all thoughts really originate from him, but the thinking of him, we can't understand. Below Larashma Asa the Machshava, I don't know what that means, but he says you have to imprint some kind of a place that we could, focus on him. Below the Mindale, not to know him either. Avach the Biryan, for create creatures, begin to look at the Lehon, the Asagale, Bekol Asar, so we can't really fix him into a place. We can't really reach him. Begin to is the almin of Filuch, the Elach, min sphere, and there are worlds even beyond, or hidden worlds, even beyond the spheres themselves. Kenimid the Sa'aran, there are multitude like the small strands of the hairs of, I guess, on the head of Erkanpin, so to speak. The list of Lachem Mechushbana. There is no count to all the different worlds and different kinds of things that are in between us and him. Again, because the Yindoim, those who know the Mikrach Ba'asi Yediyah, Rashim Lon Sfirin the Ishtamodach, so he created, imprinted Sfirin, pathways really, to be able to find a way to know of him. Begin the Inun Kashirin Be'iloi Visitor, because these spherins are tied to up above and down below. And he created in them all creations, everything that's created. To make himself known in through his creation. Vihi that sire shartutim, and he makes different images of Chakaras Anfin, and I guess, I don't know, carving or what faces are different forms. But Ethan's tire tree Avin, and he says that in the middle column he forms two different faces. Between Yudin min the word Vayetzer, there's two Yuds there, and they represent polar opposites. Chut and then there's the nose, the nostril of the nose, Ba'ozvav min Vayetzer, so you have two Yuds on the top of in the middle, on the sides of a Vav. which is a gematria of 26. V'saleh b'chom b'chushban havaya. B'tzayir lon b'chai shema de'ish demoda b'nechab l'yotzer almin. So by though he has, you could see that inside of the word forming, which is the word v'yetzer, that you actually have the name 26 is in the beginning of that word. So to let you know that he is inside of the formation of whatever is formed. So he said, "V'chashvaya ihu teferes, ihu nahar ba'anfin." So it's teferes, and he is he who shines into these. I guess first he said these sides. So he says, what are the sides? Train gavnech and the anfin. So two different colors of these faces or these sides he has made. Avidle, he made for it. And they are white and they are red. These are two opposites. The Ina and the Chesed the Gevura. The V'Yavach Hashem al Pana V'Yikra. So I don't know that secret. I'd like to know more about it. But these two opposites are the secret, he says, of the phrase that we say in the Hashem Keil Rachel V'Chanun, that part, the V'Yavach Hashem al Pana V'Yikra V'Alayhu Itma the Gabi Ilo. V'Davar Hashem al Moshe Panim al Panim. What does that mean? Puma delay Malchus. His mouth is Malchus. Trin Shesafava Netzach. The Hod, his two lips are Netzach and Hod. Yisod Lashon Lemudim. So I think he says the Yisod is the tongue which teaches, maybe. Allah Itmar Pe al Pe Adaber. So this is the concept of how he is inside of all of those things. Look at it more deeply. The Sefer Tefillas Pesach ELIYAHU, I think you said this is Asher Zelig, Margolius, Kosov Kam Besidurim. What'd you say?
Yeshaya Asher Zelig Margolius.
Yeshaya Asher. It's a little bit too hard for me without notes. Anyway, so the Yeshaya Asher Zelig Margolius. You know when he lived? That's Ashkenaz's name.
Not so long ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 70 years ago.
Wow. Okay. B'sidurim shalom b'sayim b'kam pasuk zera b'baruch Hashem la'olam amen v'amen. So in the end of this, he wrote, I guess, this line. V'hu pasuk b'dehilim v'chatargam sham ba'alm b'chabedena ba'alm b'da'asi. So he says, in this world and the next, v'reisi, here's another name I don't know. He says Rebbe Lazar ben Azariah, I don't know. Sham Kosev Shachacham. So he wrote like this: Chacham Godos. You got it?
Stephen Ezra, Rav Avram ben Ezra.
There you go. The Avram ben Ezra. He says Sham Kosev Shachacham Godos Sfardi Omer Ki HaSofer. Kosev Besofa Sefer Baruch Hashem Shazreina Dichtov Kula. So he says that this is what a Sfardi Sofer told him. Karach HaSofer B'Dereina Dichtov Ba'achrona Baruch HaNosen the Yoev Koach Ad Kan Lashona, or that. That's something else. Became Kosev V'Harbech B'Hamim B'Zohar Kadosh B'Tikunim Kishim B'Sayim Eza Mimer, when they finish whatever mimer they're working on, when they finish that. Messiah Bezecha Pasuk Baruch Hashem La'olam Amen V'Amen. Okay, this is kind of a piece that really could use a translation, but I couldn't find one. I did the best I could on it, really. Now, I didn't ask you, I forgot to ask because I really started moving on, whether or not you wanted to go into this last part, which is an addition, and I think it says it says that, this is really a part of it, or something you're supposed to do together with it, maybe.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, but that's going to be for tomorrow because I'm not prepared for it today. But we're going to do that, and we'll finish that out. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop this here and go